everybody, and welcome back to another video. Today I have some pretty exciting news to share with you all. We just got an excerpt of the Winter Turning graphic novel that's releasing this December. I'll be going over the sneak peek as well as linking the PDF in the description down below for you to go check out yourself. I'm super happy Scholastic is letting us see this preview. Because I'm breaking it down and showing off some of the first 20 pages, this will have spoilers for the beginning of Winter Turning book and graphic novel, so if you want to go in totally blind, then do click off. But before we begin, a huge shout out to my patrons. Doglover95, 3 Moon, Slightest Wild, and Fizz. Thank you so much for supporting me. Links to their social medias are in the description down below. Anyways, without further ado, let's get into the video. We start off the Winter Turning prologue, showing Winter and his brother Hailstorm going scavenger searching. Just like in the book, Winter wants to find a human in Skywing territory, and his loving, jokester older brother Hailstorm is accompanying him. I'm actually kind of happy with how Winter has been looking in the graphic novels, considering the art style. However, in some shots here, Hailstorm looks a little off, but I'm not sure if it's just me. It feels like the prologue was rushed, and I honestly wouldn't be surprised if it came out that it was. We're getting one graphic novel a year, so the quality does dip compared to what it could be, even though Mike Holmes has been improving. To Winter and Hailstorm's surprise, 14 Skywings come down from behind them. A princess is with the Skywing troop, although I don't remember if this is Ruby or not. She doesn't act like or sound like her, and Scarlet did have other daughters at one point, so maybe this is another one of her now killed children. Correct me if I'm wrong though, it doesn't specify, I believe. Knowing how important Hailstorm is going to be to the Icewing army, the Skywings want to capture him and his brother and hold them captive under Scarlet. Hailstorm makes a proposition of the soldiers taking him in without a struggle if they don't harm Winter, who wouldn't be able to fight for himself. I absolutely love the facial expressions here. Mike Holmes nailed how Winter is feeling in this moment. The dragon he cares for saying he doesn't matter, you can just feel the hurt through the stare. It's so well done, I couldn't picture it better in my head. The Skywings agree, and so they send Winter back to tell Glacier about Hailstorm's captivity. Hailstorm's expression as his brother is flying away just looks so awesome as well. I can really see the improvement in liveliness, because even the soldiers in the background look quite unique and utilized. When Hailstorm is finally at the Skywing Palace, we get our first look at Pyrite in the book. The way this scene is illustrated is just amazing. I can feel the drama intenseness, and it's so awesome. Pyrite looks great. Both her and Hailstorm's faces just capture so much emotion. The story's transition from such an interesting introduction is only amplified through the art, with the fade from white to color present. The weather here looks super cool, used to its greatest potential and adding to the moment. We get back to Winter holding Bandit in his cage, and it's a great size comparison, accurate to how I actually imagined it in the books for once. Again, I know I keep saying it, but I just love the faces here. They add to it so much. Winter is reflecting on the first time he knew he disappointed his family, and we cut to a flashback. I know it's probably hard to give the Icewings different designs without making it too drastic, but it takes a little bit of thinking to recognize each one when they're all standing together like this. Winter has an often heavy tint of blue to his whole body, but the rest of the Icewings are just essentially solid white with faint grays. You have to evaluate the dialogue and analyze expressions to know who's who, which makes reading it a little difficult at times. I think the Icewings need more varying, but still truthful, looks here, because when the characters' backs are turned like this, you literally can't tell them apart. I will say, though, that the scenery in the background already looks gorgeous and vast, and I love the look of the Ice Kingdom we get here. The skyline, the water, the colors, and the adorable polar bears, it's so amazing. And I love all the details on the scavenger. The design for Winter's mother looks wonderful, with the tooth necklace being a great addition to her design, and showing off her fierceness with just a look. The art here is truly great, and I could stare at these scenes for a long time in all their beauty. I'm not a big fan of all the weird numerous spikes in the Icewings, especially because they look lazily drawn, some different sizes presumably in a careless way, but otherwise, this shot is solid. A neat and pretty one for sure. Perspective here with the cage and Winter seems off, but it could just be me again, I don't know. We've already cut back to Winter setting Bandit free. Ghibli, Winter, Kinkajou, and Moon fly in, having found their clawmate. I don't know if it's just me, but Ghibli looks miles better in this graphic novel compared to the last one. His head isn't as rounded and his eyes feel less soulless. Just all the small changes here really improved on how he looks, and I'm satisfied with it. Even Kinkajou, Turtle, and Moon have improvements that added to the awesomeness of this. I'm loving the slight style changes, as they're definitely for the better. Once Moon gives the Jade Mountain prophecy, the sneak peek is over. I'm really excited to see what Winter Turning will have to offer with the graphic novel. What we've gone to see is a really good sign, and I have a feeling most of us are going to be satisfied with the final product. But what did you guys think? Is it faithful to the books? Do you like or dislike the art? How could it be better? I'm not the biggest Mike Holmes fan or anything. I think other artists could have done this better. But Mike does get them done quickly and fine. That's probably why he was chosen. I know he gets a lot of hate, and I kind of feel bad for the dude. The art isn't perfect, but it's definitely getting better with each graphic novel. But let me know what you all think in the comments down below. Again, there's a link to this in the description for you to check out on your own. Thank you all so much for watching, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye!